we even know what we're looking for?
Resources, new ground for overpopulation.
When has anything we've ever done actually been for the good of the people?
What's up, review crew? We are back with another video, and this time we are going over Peacemaker Season 2, the finale, Episode 8. And before I get started, I do want to talk about all of the people who are saying that this episode wasn't good. Like, I don't know what y'all... Let's get into it. Okay, so it does start with a flashback of the boat incident with Chris and Harcourt. So they go to a concert after they have a couple of drinks. And at this benefits concert, they share a lovely kiss. When they have this kiss, Harcourt has to flee because those feelings were strong for Chris. So she had to get up out of there, all right? So then this takes us to where they are currently, and it's Argus, which of course Harcourt is back with them. It's her and a couple of the security guards, including Flurry and one of his team members, and they go into different dimensions. The first dimension is like this Candyland looking spot, and it's got a bunch of imps. These imps go crazy and they attack. They barely get out of there, but they do lose one of their Argus agents. And the question rises, like, it has a montage of them going to these different dimensions, and every time they go to a dimension, somebody's dying. And it shows Rick Flag just cracking up, like, in his own little world, because everything that he's setting out to do is going right for him, but for everybody else, it's going to shit. So they're losing people, and she asks a valuable question to Economos. Harcourt does. She says, what exactly is it that you think we're doing? Like, we're supposed to be helping humanity. And he's like, at what point have we ever done anything for the betterment of humanity? And it's a valid point. Argus never does, or they haven't yet that we've seen. Even when they were under the direction of Waller, and now being with Rick Flag Sr., it's just always something to help them. It's never anything to help anybody else. And it's crazy. It really is crazy. So during this episode, we find out that what Rick Flag is doing is he's going through to find a planet that is habitable for humans and metahumans alike, with the resources that we have here on Earth, like water, oxygen, of course, oil, I guess, a food source, like animals and things like that. And they finally find a place. When they find a place, it's determined that he is trying to build a prison. So instead of him putting people in Rearview or in Arkham, they'll go to this place that he calls, I think it's like Salvation. And in Salvation, they'll just keep moving the door every time they put somebody in there. That way nobody can get back out. To me, I mean, it's just stupid. Like, I don't see why you would even attempt to do that. Like, I get it, Arkham and Rearview, like, people are just getting out after a while, after time served and stuff like that. But you can't just lock people up into this place, like this altered planet. Like, it's just, it's convoluted as fuck. Like, it makes no sense to me. But they do bond out Chris with the money that Adrian has in his basement. When they bond him out, their job is simple. Get Chris to understand he is not wrong. The stuff that is happening to him is not because of him. It's because of everything around him. He's not following himself. Everything bad that's happened is because he didn't listen to himself. When he had to fight his brother and he killed his brother at the age of 8, it was because his dad made him. When he went into that QUC, he was drunk. He wasn't supposed to do that, which led him to killing his alternate self. If he had not done that, he wouldn't have kept going back to that place, and Augie wouldn't have died there. His father wouldn't have died again, and he wouldn't have had to go through all that with his brother again. And everything that's happened is just coming from alternate sources. It's not his fault. They do a good job at convincing that, but the best job has to come from Adebayo in a heartfelt scene. It definitely got me choked up a little bit, because she let him know this, and it was all out of love. Like, dude, we love the shit out of you. Like, you are literally, like, we want to do this to better society, but we cannot do this, and we will not do this without you. If y'all recall, every single video I've done on Peacemaker, I talk about purpose. Chris never thought he had a purpose, but it was in front of him the entire time. He's always had a purpose. His purpose is to lead and to rectify these situations, and they give him that. Another big part of the show is, in that same moment, Harcourt admits that she does love Chris. It does seem platonic in this sense, but since we got that flashback, we know that it's not platonic. And this is further confirmed when everybody leaves and Harcourt is still there about to leave. Chris is like, so did it mean something to you? Like, because you told me you love me, but that kiss we shared, did it really mean something? And she said, yes, Chris, it meant fucking everything. She really loves Chris. And James Gunn talked about this in one of his podcasts, on an interview of a podcast. And he was talking about this moment and how we would see how she truly felt. And it delivered. It was so fucking good. But it does not end this way. So, with Salvation, Rick Flag Sr. has to pick someone to see, like, basically experiment. Will this place work? Who does he choose? He chooses Chris. He gets kidnapped, gets taken in by Argus, throws him in there, and he tells him this is payback for Ricky, his son, of course, who Peacemaker killed in the Suicide Squad movie. He's like, this is justice for him. They lock the door, and as soon as Chris is trying to jump through the portal, of course it closes due to Happerson pressing the button. So now we are here with Chris and Salvation, the 11th Street Kid's not knowing where he's at, and this is supposed to be the lead into Man of Tomorrow. And it's very loosely the lead. I see exactly where James Gunn is going, and I give him so much credit. He said that he's not looking at doing a Peacemaker 3, so I think that maybe this gets incorporated in the movie, which I don't have a problem with, because Chris has become such a vital part to us. We wouldn't mind seeing him cooperate with some heroes, you know what I mean? So I think that was a really nice touch. I hate cliffhangers, but this cliffhanger does seem necessary, and I feel like we're gonna get an answer. James Gunn is not gonna let this go unanswered. So that's why I don't understand why people are so upset about it. I thought the episode was beautiful. It laid the groundwork for, in a conclusion. Season 1 of Peacemaker and season 2, episodes 1 through 7 was all about Chris finding a purpose. He finally has that purpose established. It's done. Job's done. Now we just got to figure out how the fuck he's going to get out of there, who's going to get him out of there, why they're going to get him out of there, things like that. Who else is going to join him there? Like, because in the movie, I'm sure it's going to be Rick Flag Sr. grabbing people and throwing them in there. Like, and we hear the roars from like a dinosaur or something in the background when he's in that Salvation. So, I mean, I'm stoked for it. I don't know how y'all felt about it. I thought the episode was great. That's just me. I'm not going to let what anybody else says deter my thoughts of this being a great episode. And boy, am I excited to see where the fuck we go in the DCU, because it's wide open, guys. We didn't get the cameos that we thought we was going to get. We didn't get no Superman, no Lobo, no nothing. We didn't get that shit. So now it's all about where the fuck are we headed? And we're going to find out. And I can't wait till we find out. But Peacemaker Season 2 is a wrap, guys. I really want to know what you guys thought. Not saying it was the best episode, but it certainly was good. I don't think he's made a bad episode yet. And I fuck with it, even in Creature Commandos, man. But Peacemaker Season 2, what did you guys think? I personally loved it, as you guys can tell. But it was great. It's great. I'm just ready to see where we go from here. But like we do it every other episode and every other movie, we're going to leave this one in the review.